This is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Bear Came Over the Mountain by Alice Munro. The themes are infidelity, love, and hypocrisy, and the main characters are Fiona, Grant, Fiona's husband, Christy, Fiona's nurse, Aubrey, Fiona's friend, and Marianne, who is Aubrey's wife, and another character is a minor character, policeman. Now, this book was made into a film, that is, it was adapted as a film under the title Away from Her in 2006. Munro won the Nobel Prize in Literature for her lifetime achievements in 2013. The story goes like this. Fiona and her husband Grant, they are living in Fiona's farmhouse, which is a very big house. Fiona is a very wealthy person, and when she was young, she was very playful and very happy person. But Grant is from a very small town, and his mother was a widow, and she was working as a receptionist. And it was Fiona who fell in love with Grant and proposed to him, and now it is nearly 50 years after their marriage. That is, they've lived together for 50 years, and now both of them are in their 70s. Now Fiona is starting to show signs of Alzheimer's and memory loss. So what happens is she labels all the drawers saying cutleries, dish towels, knives and all that. And she also remembers her phone number very well, but once she goes for walks or drives, she forgets her way back home. And so they go to a doctor, and when they are talking about the symptoms, the doctor says you are getting memory loss and you are having also Alzheimer's symptoms. Grant and Fiona says no, this memory unreliable memory, that is, sometimes I'll remember, sometimes I will not remember. This has always been with me, it's my nature, so it is, I don't accept it's a disease. They say like that, and they come out. But one day what happens is Fiona and Grant, they go to the supermarket for grocery shopping, and Fiona disappears. And a policeman finds her wandering in the middle of the road, and he comes and he leaves her there. Now this makes them realize that this memory loss has become a danger not only to herself but also to others. So in January, Grant takes Fiona and admits her in Meadow Lake nursing home and also a mental health facility. And there she'll be given treatment because she is also in her 70s. She'll be given treatment for her mental health and also for general nursing. But the rule of this Meadow Lake clinic is that is, if a new resident comes there, they should not have visitors for at least 30 days. Because when the new residents come there, they want to cancel the treatment and go back to their home. So they'll beg the family members who come to visit them to take them home. And even the family members will feel awkward to ask them to be there itself. So they will take them home and go off, and the treatment will not give any results. And so they may give it as a condition for 30 days visitors should not come here. Now for Grant, he has lived with his wife for 50 years, and being without her for 30 days was really too much, and he's nervous, and so he visits every day hoping that he'll get the same nurse Christy to help him to meet his wife. And from her he learns that Fiona is really making friends with other patients, and one day she had cold and now she's watching TV, and now when he's alone in the house he keeps thinking about her and he's actually missing her a lot. And on the first night when he is staying alone in the house, he gets a nightmare, and this is about an incident which took place in his class, that is in the college when he was teaching. That was a time when he was so infidel to his wife, and a female student wrote him a letter calling him a rat because he was sleeping with the students, and she even threatened to attempt suicide. After this dream, he just gets up and he feels suffocated and he thinks about his infidelity. And after that also many events have taken place, like he has had an emotional and physical affair with a woman named Jackie Adams. But after her, he has also had a lot of flings with the students. But about all this, he has never confessed to Fiona. And later on, the culture changed and made the student-teacher relationship romance less acceptable. And many of his colleagues also were embroiled in scandals. Now, Grant somehow he finally gets a chance to visit Fiona, and when he goes to visit her, he finds her very happy, comfortable, playing with another man, Bridger. And when she sees Grant, she shows no signs of remembering him. And Grant thinks that she is looking at him as though he is only a persistent visitor who has some interest in her, that's all. And he's not very sure whether she seriously forgot Grant or whether she is trying to pull a prank on him. And Fiona, for according to Grant, it seemed that Fiona was having a budding romance with Aubrey, that is the person who was playing bridge with her. Now, Aubrey is a large and a very silent and a very handsome older man, and he was using his wheelchair. And he's staying in Meadow Lake only for some time because his wife had gone for a vacation in Florida and there's no one to take care of him in the house. Therefore, he's staying in this nursing home. Christy, the nurse, tells Grant to accept it, and he also expresses his frustration to Christy, and he does not like Fiona getting closer to Aubrey, but day by day he finds that Fiona is very closer to Aubrey, and so he continues to be with Fiona and Aubrey as their third wheel. And he watches them, they watch TV together, and they go for walks, and also they are always in the card table. When seeing them, Grant thinks that they are behaving like teenagers in love, and he is unable to ask Fiona anything because he knows about his infidelity also. And Christy, the nurse, tells Grant that early on that their romance might stem from Fiona being inappropriate with Aubrey, but quickly she takes her words back and she claims that Fiona is a real lady. And this adds to Grant's theory that Fiona is faking her memory loss so that she can get back to him because she knows that he was cheating her, and he has never confessed about it to Fiona. And now Grant realizes Aubrey and Fiona relationship is becoming more serious because Aubrey's wife comes back, and so therefore Aubrey is taken home. At that time, Fiona is shedding her tears, and she is not able to say goodbye to him. And after Aubrey leaves, Fiona falls into sorrow. She refuses to eat, she weeps, and she actually loses her strength even on a liquid supplement. And she does not talk with the other residents. She isolates herself, and slowly her health is declining. And it comes to a stage where she should be put on a walker, or she should be taken to the second floor where the patients who are in advanced medical conditions are treated. And she also dislikes Grant, and she will not listen to him. He tries to encourage her to eat or interact, but she totally avoids Grant. Therefore, Grant has no other way, so he seeks out to go and visit Aubrey's wife. Aubrey's wife's name is Marian, and he wants to see whether Aubrey can come and visit Fiona, hoping that that will help Fiona to regain her health physically and emotionally. And to his surprise, Marian first thought that he has come there to confront her about Aubrey and whether he will allegate Aubrey having molested Fiona. But they both sit and talk, and Marian says, see, I cannot afford physically, emotionally, financially for him to travel up and down. And that time Grant says, I am willing to offer you financial help. I only want Aubrey to come to the hospital and meet Fiona so that she can regain her health. But Marian refuses. So Grant comes back. But later on, Marian thinks about it, and she leaves a few messages to Grant, suggesting that he come to a singles event with her. That is, she is going for a singles event and she wants him to come. Now Grant is so happy to see this message, and he is actually nervous in hope, and he also thinks about having sex with her or even marrying her. To that extent he starts thinking. And the next time Grant visits Fiona, she seems as though she has recovered to a certain extent from her depression, and Grant says that he has a surprise and asks if she remembers Aubrey, and she takes a harsh tone, telling Grant that names elude her. And in the final scene, Fiona then says, I'm happy to see you, and she embraces Grant and states that he could have just forgotten her after dropping her off and have driven off at this nursing home in Meadow Lake. But Grant tells her, not a chance. That is, he realizes that his life is only with her. They have spent 50 years together, and even the remaining years will only be with her. And he realizes that his infidelity had actually caused her a lot of pain, and that he is going to really satisfy her in all the ways so that she understands his true love. And he also understands that he truly loves only Fiona. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, Please write it in the comment box, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.